All right, we're cruising right along, man. Today is cycle 4, day 1, max effort lower body. We have deficit deadlifts to start the day. If you haven't done them, like a lot of things we do in this program, make sure you start very lightweight. This is gonna increase the range of motion at the bottom of the deadlift. So that is where people could be injured. Most people get injured off the floor anyway. To make sure everything's perfect. I say it all the time, tight core, perfect form, perfect posture in the movement. Everything needs to be solid. That way we avoid injury. One of the ways we do that to make sure the form is perfect is starting with lightweight, not going too heavy too early. So if you don't know your baseline on deficit deadlift, then go light today. That's totally fine. I haven't done deficit deadlifts for a while. I'm probably gonna go lighter than I normally would. And also, our PE is capped at 7, right? So we shouldn't be going super heavy anyway. Leave about 2 to 3 reps in the tank on each set. The deficit's gonna be 2 inches for me. I've got a piece of plywood and then 2 rubber mats stacked on this board, so it's about 2 inches and a quarter. We're gonna do 5 sets, 5 reps, rest about 90 seconds to 2 minutes between sets. You get 20 minutes in this strength block, just like every max effort day. That first lift is the primary lift. That's where we should be giving it everything we got. That's your main focus for the day. You got 20 minutes to get that in. I decided to keep those deadlifts at 315, not super heavy for me. However, I haven't done deficit deadlifts in a while. Next up, we have a superset. We're gonna start with sandbag front squats. So if you don't have a sandbag, mine's about 150 pounds. We're gonna do 16 reps, 2 sets, superset with another movement. If you don't have a sandbag, I prefer you pick something that's odd object in a way. If you can, find something. If you don't have anything, you can do odd object like an earthquake bar, a sandbag, kettlebells front rack, dumbbells front rack, then just use a barbell. Front rack, obviously, for a front squat. So with these feed sacks, if you don't have one, these are awesome. The way I like to clean them up, I put my hands in from the inside out. It makes it easier, so at the top of the movement, you can get your hands out of the bag if you need to, otherwise you're kind of locked in. That way, if you got to bail out or whatever, you don't have to worry about it. A nice swing, and then roll through. We'll superset that front squat with some Glute-Ham Raises, so knees back, so more like a hamstring curl than a true Glute-Ham raise. Man, I'm tired. It's good stuff. So with the traditional GHR, you're gonna have your knees on top of the pad. And it's gonna be a very difficult movement. It's gonna be hard to do for high reps. This is gonna target your hamstrings though, more like a hamstring curl. So just dip your knees further back on that pad, and I'll show you guys here, but that way you're targeting hamstrings in a higher rep. Make sure you make those front squats challenging, kind of heavy. Those last few reps, you gotta grind them out. We're only doing 2 sets. That's our only squat portion for the day, so make it hard. Glutes and your hamstrings are getting destroyed in this workout. So our next superset is gonna be reverse hypers and banded pull-throughs or cable machine pull-throughs. I'm gonna use a cable machine today. We did a band last week, so I'm gonna switch it up. Reverse hypers should be light, 4 sets, 25 reps. If you don't have a reverse hyper machine, then jump on a GHD machine, facing it, and then just do the same type of movement on there. If you can add like a dumbbell or a band or something, that'll work, but just get those reps in. On the pull-throughs, we're gonna go kind of heavy, so it's 4 sets of 8 reps, so make it pretty heavy, but make sure it's targeting your glutes and your hamstrings. Next up, we have lying hamstring curls. So as I've said many times, if you don't have a leg curl machine, it's fine. There's multiple options. Watch the other videos to show you all the things. I'm gonna use monkey feet. Buy a pair. Those things are awesome, man. Throw some dumbbells on them. They go pretty heavy and they're legit. So that's what I'm gonna use today. Monkey feet on that. 3 sets, 8 reps. We're gonna go heavy. And then we're gonna superset that with calf raise. I'm gonna do a standing calf raise on a slant board. Just a body weight. 3 to 4 count lower, 8 reps total. Rest about a minute, go back to back. So today is gonna destroy, like I said, your hamstrings, your butt, your lower back. That's what we're targeting today. So if you're like, oh man, more hamstring curls? Like, that's the point. There's a method of the madness. Man, in my opinion, I would use monkey feet over a leg curl machine every single time, just because of that isolation on the leg. So each leg is isolated to its own weight, so you can't compensate. Like one strong leg's not gonna take over the other one. But also that dumbbell, you not only have to curl it up, but it's gonna alternate side to side, right? So you have to also work on like the stabilizers around your knee to make sure that weight stays where it's supposed to be as you curl up. And your leg's gonna move to one side or the other side, you gotta bring it back to where it's supposed to be. It's not just targeting your hamstring, but it's like your full leg on that curl coming up. We need to be strong through full range of motion, which doesn't just include all the way up and all the way down, but also the stabilizers, the side to side, all of that is full range of motion in my opinion. A little 4 count lower, 2 count at the bottom, explode up, 2 count at the top. We're just gonna do some dumbbell overhead carry. Pick a moderate, not too heavy, but we've already taxed our legs quite a bit in our lower back. So now we pick just a moderate weight, dumbbells overhead, hold them any way you want, neutral grip, facing each other, doesn't matter. Our goal is to maintain nice, tight posture the entire time. We're just gonna walk 2 sets of 40 feet, nice and slow. The goal isn't to race through this movement. All right, last piece for the day is gonna be a finisher. We're gonna do 3 sets, minimal rest between each movement. So the first movement's gonna be a back extension. So essentially it's a hip extension because we want to keep our back nice and flat throughout the whole thing. But we're gonna do them banded. So when I drop down, you can see the band down here on pins. GHD machines are awesome. Like I said, if you get the Abram, it has those attachments for pins at the bottom. So put it wherever you want. We're gonna put the band across our back. Doesn't need to be crazy heavy. The whole purpose is to fight that lockout. At the top of the movement, hold it for a 2 count. So 1, 2, and then drop down, do it again. Try and be quick and explosive on the way up, maintaining proper posture, proper form, tight core, everything solid. Don't arch your back or overextend. We'll do 15 reps on that, and then as long as it takes to set up the bands to do GHD sit-ups, then we'll superset it with 3 sets of 15 GHD sit-ups. The GHD sit-ups will be to parallel. On the very last set of back extensions, so that 3rd set, we're gonna drop the band and hold that last rep for 60 seconds. So on 14, go down, drop the band, come up on 15, and then hold that top piece for 60 seconds, or as long as you can, up to 60 seconds. And then go into your sit-ups, and we're done for the day. Galatians 6:9, for let us not grow weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. The verse doesn't end there, that in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. So there's 2 principles there that we can apply to fitness. The reality is this, is that preparation is invisible, and it isn't exposed until the time comes that exposes it. Pretty simple stuff, but we don't see progress along the way. You don't see progress while we're doing the work here in the gym. A lot of times we see the pain, the discomfort. It's not comfortable, it's not fun. That's what we see day in and day out. You don't see the changes in the mirror. There's not something that's gonna test you for a long time. We don't do the struggle standard test once a year, right? Like there's nothing to expose all the preparation to show what you've built until later down the road. But in due time, there's gonna come a time when that will be exposed. And will it expose good preparation or the lack thereof? That's 100% on you. And that's where people fail. They don't see the progress immediately along the way, so they stop. But then the time comes where it's gonna expose the preparation that you have to that point, and you're not ready for it. But here's the thing, there's 2 schools of thought with this. One, when that time comes and exposes your lack of preparation, you're gonna look like a fool because you're not prepared. But that's egotistical, right? Because if we're only concerned about how we're gonna look in the moment, all we're doing is thinking about ourselves. The underlying principle, it's not about you, it's not about me. Your fitness is about other people, it's about serving other people. So the school of thought, what we should be thinking, our motivation day in and day out, is that when that moment comes, when preparation will be exposed, and I am not prepared, who pays the price for that? Yes, you're gonna look like a fool, but even more importantly, somebody else may pay the price for that. That's the reality of it, that's a protector principle. But that's the kind of people we're building with the struggle standard. It's not fun, it's not always glamorous. I'm not flexing for the gram. I'm wearing baggy t-shirts, sweating my butt off day in, day out. Like this is what it is, man. This is how we do it every day. And for a lot of you, it'll be alone in a gym, by yourself, nobody around. That's where you're gonna grow the most. Nobody's gonna see if I take a rep off. Nobody's gonna see if I take a set off. I could do 1 set on the camera and pretend like I'm doing a lot more. Like, you know what I mean? It's all on you, but then there's gonna come a time down the road where it's gonna be exposed and people are gonna see you for who you really are. So guys, stick to the plan, stick to the program. I'm excited. I'm stoked to show you what this program will do. Simple as that, man. Let's be better people. See you tomorrow for day 2.